Roar of the campfire telling of his horror. Lost in the woods with the madman and the...
Hello?
If those gates are left open, it may be the end of humanity. We've got to try to get them shut again. At midnight on Monday, we go into All Saints' Day. The night of the dead begins then. And if the portals of hell don't get shut before, no dead body will ever be able to rest in peace again. And so the dead will rise up and take over the earth, and you've got to get to Dunwich. You must reclose those gates.
Okay, yeah, I'll see what I can do about that. So I'm here in the Midway Cemetery in Midway, Georgia, and this is where they filmed the opening of the Lucio Fulci film, City of the Living Dead. So this is a historic cemetery, I believe. Nobody's been buried here in many years, but it definitely has a great vibe for a movie like that. Even to this day, definitely looks the part. It's both larger and smaller than I thought it was going to be in person, but it's really cool to see everything here and how little has changed in the decades since. So this tree here in the film is the one that we see the priest hanging from what I can tell. There's a branch kind of on the upper right there that looks like it's been trimmed away, and I'm pretty confident that was the branch that was in the movie, just kind of based on where it is, because we see the priest kind of more over in this area here. Some of these kind of columns, I don't know what you really want to call those. You could see those in the film itself, and then we pan over and there's this little gated off area. It's missing the one that you could really see in the film. The little topper on the corners is now not there anymore, but the one you really see would be that blank one kind of up front. So we would kind of pan from seeing up in the tree, and then we kind of come down seeing that, and then right around here would be where that first zombie comes out of the ground. So like this is it. This is where it happened. You got the church there in the background, which I think is a museum now, from my understanding. It's full of people this morning. And yeah, just crazy to see this in person and not just in the movie. For the scouting of this location, I do want to acknowledge the Grim Life Collective YouTube channel, because they were the ones that kind of pointed me in the right direction with their video. I think a lot of the references out there for locations of City of Living Dead point to one of the big cemeteries up in Savannah itself. This is about 30 miles south, I believe, and definitely a little bit out of the way, but it 100% lines up. It is the real place. So I never picked up enough reference material to actually be sure of where I am, but there are these kind of covered street, tunnel-y things behind River Street here in Savannah, and I believe these are somewhere down this way is what was used for a lot of the kind of insert shots and some of the shots with John in City of the Living Dead. You can see it has, you know, the stone walls and cobblestone streets that I honestly thought had to have been European, but it also has the kind of, you know, low bridges and steep stairways. So while I can't find the exact spot from the film, definitely somewhere along this path is where it happened. So I'm interrupting this video. I already had it edited and ready to go, and I was reviewing back over some of my footage and some of the scenes from the movie last night, and despite me saying in the video that I think I was unable to find the location of the bridge in downtown Savannah, I think I might have stumbled across it without even realizing it. So I took some screenshots from the movie and some stills from the video I took, and yeah, I'm going to compare them here real quick and see that I might have actually found the right spot. So the still from the movie's on top, still from the video I took is on the bottom, and this is one of the locations where you first see John running down the stairs here. You can see him, he kind of comes through here, and what we could see is the brick texture on this wall here, and then a little bit of that stone texture coming down the hallway. So basically it would have been lined with stone either side of the stairwell, and then it turns into these smaller bricks with a little bit of like larger stones on the corner once you get onto this section here. If you look down at the lower picture, you can see it continues that stone pattern here on the side that would be facing the stairs. The building that would have been off to the side over here did have that same stone texture as well, both on the side and on the front. It's hard to match up from here the exact stones on the corner, but it does look like some of the larger ones are in the right spot from what we see in the movie stills. We could also see this kind of line going down here, and that appears to be this seam in the brick right here. So I'm willing to say that this looks like it's close enough to be reasonably possible that it was the same spot. Here's a kind of wider view out on the street. So here, going at the bottom, we have these little storehouse doors in here. So from this angle, you can see 3 of them, and then the third one lines up with the bridge up here, which looks reasonably similar to this bridge here. The other piece in here is this pipe going vertical here, and I believe that's what we're looking at right here. So that would put this archway here matching up with this one, and then a second archway here, and then the third one here. The other thing you can kind of see is the kind of lump in the ground here, which looks like it matches up with this lump here. The part that's throwing me off, honestly, is that in the photo I have, it looks like there should be another mound kind of here on the ground. You can see this. But reviewing a little more of the footage, there's kind of a ramp going up here on the side for cars to get over, and the ground here was a slightly different color than the rest of the brick. So I'm almost wondering if they might have shaved down part of the street to make it better for parking. So I feel confident enough to say that it's either this spot or the architecture here is similar enough and repeated somewhere else down this road, but I may have actually found what I was looking for. So thank you for coming with me on this journey today. There weren't a whole lot of spots that I was able to go and check out, but what I was able to check out was a lot of fun to see in person. I definitely want to go back and do this again. I honestly didn't have a whole lot of time I could spend in Savannah today, so I want to go back where I can afford a little more time, check out some of the other cool haunted things up there, and maybe actually ID the correct bridge and alleyway where the movie was actually filmed. Not sure how possible that is, but I think it would be fun to try. And it felt like a great thing to do today. Temperatures finally dropped around here. We're getting into later October. It was not 90 degrees outside for once. And I kind of wanted something nice and Halloween, horror related to do for the day. And this was a nice, different thing than some of the stuff I typically do. So I had a lot of fun with it. The only problem is ever since I got home, I keep hearing weird noises outside. I'm really not sure what's going on. I don't know. It's pretty dark out there. Maybe if I turn the light on,